Hello and welcome to Career Talk. I'm Lee Hopwood, CEO at the CCMA and host of this live show where I chat with contact centre professionals to find out about their career journeys. And we do this so that we can inspire both those working in our industry and also those that might be wondering whether there is a viable career in contact centres. And oh my goodness, there is. And today, I'm delighted to be joined by the UK National Contact Centre Awards 2022 Outsourced Team Manager of the Year Gold winner, Babadele Adeola. Welcome, Babadele.
Thank you for having me, Lee. Thank you for having me.
So first of all, huge congratulations on winning gold at the biggest award ceremony celebrating the most amazing talent in our industry in the UK. What was it like winning?
Lee, incredible. It was an immense moment, dreamlike, to be honest. The immediate feeling was indescribable. Lots of emotions. I screamed. I felt very excited and relieved that all the hard work over the years led to something like this. The feeling when you realize it was all worth it, all the sacrifice, all the putting extra hours, taking responsibility to plug gaps, going above and beyond to ensure we deliver spectacular performances consistently. My family were incredibly proud. I'm Nigerian. I came here many months ago as an international student, and it was a huge investment from my family to be able to come here and do that. And it felt good to share and celebrate the achievement with them. A proud moment for me and my family, to be honest. I was there as well, as you can remember, with colleagues from Comdata. We all celebrated together when my name was mentioned. We had drinks after, going back to work, similar case, calls, emails, high fives, multiple social media posts. Incredible, incredible.
Wow. And do you know, I can't wait. You talked about all the things that you did leading up to that moment. I want to find out a little bit more about some of those things. But huge congratulations, because since that moment, a lot has changed. And you are now the Client Services and Development Director at Comdata.
Correct. I got promoted to operations manager a few weeks before the award ceremony. Then obviously I won the award. With the client, one of the e-commerce clients I work for, invited me abroad to the annual marketing and commercial conference. Five-star hotels, amazing experience. Comdata, we are based in 22 countries globally. I had to present to a global ops community, just detailing how my year went, what made it successful, and share best practice amongst the group. Then I got promoted to Client Service and Development Director, handling 2 key accounts, managing 55 FTE, 5 managers, and quality support executive. It was an incredible year, 2022. Incredible year.
Wow, and certainly a rising star in our industry, without question. So I want to find out a little bit more about your career, and also I want to tap into any advice that you might have for anyone that might be looking to build a career in this sector, because you've been in this sector for about 5 or 6 years. But I want to go back to the beginning. So first of all, school, university, what were you doing from an education perspective? You mentioned a moment ago you had you were an international student, so that tells me you went to university.
So I came here to study engineering at the University of Greenwich many months ago. And I distinctly remember doing a course. It was called Engineering Business Management. And that was an eye-opener for me. Ignited a passion for business and business administration. That really changed my perspective. And I wanted to pursue something business-like, to be honest. Yeah.
No, good for you. And did you work when you were at university?
Yes, I did. My first job was actually for Sports Direct, if you believe it. Working on the sales floor, and I really enjoy obviously interacting with people, and that was something that has always been natural to me. And that was my start into my work career.
So here's a question for you. So you were on the sales floor at Sports Direct, and you would have been dealing with customers all the time. Some of them would have been happy, can you have you got this in a different size? Some others might not be so happy. You might be dealing with people that are a bit grumpy. That is obviously very face to face. How different Was it working in the retail environment face to face compared to working in a on? Because I know that you started out on the phones, and we'll come onto that in a minute. But how
Mm.
different was it from being face to face in retail and then being on the phones and but still dealing with customers?
I think face to face, obviously you're able to see body expression, you're able to take a visual cues, but on the phone you have to be pay a lot more attention to tone, tonality, to be able to determine how a customer is feeling. So yeah, very unique experience working on shop floor, and I think that actually did help me in the long run when I did come into the contact center industry. But yeah, it's a lot more unique when you're on calls because you don't have those visual cues to guide you.
Yeah, so I guess being on the phones, you need to make sure that you've got access to more information to be able to deal with the kind of questions that you're being faced with.
Correct, correct. And yeah, you need to be a good listener to be able to determine where a customer is emotionally, to be able to adapt yourself to helping them deal with their query, maybe de-escalate a situation, and make sure they realize you are here to sort out their issue and help them. And obviously, for whatever company or client you are working for, retain them as a loyal customer.
Love it, love it. Oh, I can already see why you won the Team Manager of the Year award. Just listening to your ethics and the way that you work. But I want to go back to you finished university. Did you want to get a job in a contact center, or is it that that was the opportunity? How did that come about with regard to working at
Uh,
Data or Comdata?
Yeah. Okay. So when I finished university, I have a huge passion for arts. To be honest, especially photography and videography. I worked as a freelance photographer for a while before entering the industry. I remember this was towards the end of 2016. I had quite a lot of free time, and yeah, I said let me just apply to get a day job. Yeah, got a job at Comdata, and yeah, just never looked back.
So what was it like that first time? So as with all organisations, you have your induction. You're brought into the environment. You have your induction. You're taught how to first of all use the technology. You're taught how to deal with customers. You went through that induction process. Tell us about that induction and how it felt for you going through that process.
Oh, I was just opening. I was open to learn. To be honest, I was nervously optimistic. This was a cold calling job, and personally, I'm somebody at the time who didn't really engage with cold callers. The moment I realized it was a cold call, 9 times out of 10, I was cutting that call off. But I was optimistic that I could learn, develop, and yeah, I had an amazing um, manager at the time who gave me a lot of guidance to be able to develop myself and be comfortable with the job I took on. It was, yeah, it was
Excellent.
nervous, but I was very optimistic about it as well.
And what was it like when you came out of that induction, out of that initial training, and then you were live on the phones? You were on. I'm going to say you're on your own. You're never on your own because you've always got people around you.
Support.
But that first moment where you thought, "Oh my goodness, this is it. I'm off now." How did that feel?
I was excited, to be honest. I just wanted to crack on. I wanted to take my first call and just get those nerves out of the way, get a lot more comfortable speaking with people. And like you did say, yeah, the guidance was superb. And yeah, I have to be, looking back now, I have to be very, very thankful for the guys who actually trained me because, yeah, they gave me a lot of confidence, spent a lot of time with me. I did a lot of shadowing as well just to be able to pick up bits here and there to implement into my call flow. Yeah, it was a very, very unique and interesting experience. Yeah.
What was the most scariest thing, and the most difficult, maybe most scariest thing is your time as a sales advisor?
Oh, to be honest, when I got to grips with the job, I just really didn't look back. I had an incredible run as an agent, but I do remember there was a time when I went a few days without making a sale, and obviously this is a target-driven job, you know. I
Yeah.
remember it was towards the end of a month, and I needed, I think, a couple of sales to maintain being in the highest commission bracket, and I just couldn't make one. I found myself questioning my approach. This is something that has worked for me for a while. I'm highly demanding of myself, and for a brief moment, I felt like I'd lost my touch. So I had to regain confidence. I had a lot of coaching just to get me back on track. Like, listen, you're doing everything right, and it's just gonna come back. So it was just a question of patience, and I got back delivering what I'd always delivered since the moment I came in.
I love it, and but I mean that was obviously a scary, maybe a moment of like you say, questioning yourself. But oh my goodness, as a sales advisor, there's lots of high times, aren't there?
Oh, incredible times. The conversations you have with people, my conversations were incredible. I remember a time where I went just over 200 outbound sales without a cancellation. I got paid the highest commission ever paid to an agent within Comdata. I had the quality assurance agents literally having mini arguments with themselves over who was going to listen and assess my calls. They found listening to my conversations highly enjoyable. I remember the partner manager at the time was taking my calls to showcase to the other partner companies, like, this is how to do it. As an agent, I won exceptional awards, top performing agent, best quality, best attendance. And at Comdata, we have quarterly and yearly awards. It's called the Comdata Star Awards. And I was a nominee for best consultant. I didn't win that, but just being nominated as one of the best consultants for the year was a great achievement for me personally at the time.
Oh, that is, well, congratulations for your time as an advisor, as an agent. That's just amazing. But I mean, that was just really the start. You then got promoted as a team manager. How did that promotion come about? Because we hear a lot across lots of different industries that you might be a brilliant salesperson, you might be brilliant at your job, but are you going to be good as a manager when you go up a level? So how did that promotion come about, and what support did you get to settle yourself into team manager?
At the time, my manager at the time, she was poorly, and she called me at some point saying, "Listen, I'm not able to make it. Can you lead the team for me?" And I was like, "Yeah, why not?" As an agent, I was very, very focused on myself. Obviously, we're talking about sales, and I needed to just be focused to make sure I'm earning as much as possible. But when I got the opportunity to lead the team in her absence, I did a lot of live listening, a lot of guidance for the agents, walking them through the customer journey, how to build rapport. And every day I led the team achieved target and above. The account director at the time saw something within that period, and when an opportunity rose, this was within weeks. I applied for it, and I got the job, and I just never looked back.
Fantastic. So how long were you a team manager for?
Team manager from May 2019 up until this year. Up until this year. Yeah,
Wow.
but I managed obviously different clients, different campaigns. Incredible journey.
So during your time as a team manager, what do you think are the skills that you had that enabled you to bridge that gap from being an amazing agent through to being an amazing team manager? What was it that the skills that you think you have maybe naturally, and maybe there are some skills that you learned to be that brilliant team manager?
First and foremost, I think to be a success in this job from an agent's perspective, you have to be a good listener. You have to be able to listen to good feedback. Luckily enough, I was promoted on the campaign I worked on, and I had a lot of product knowledge. I knew how to walk agents through a customer journey, and it was just giving them a lot of coaching, giving them a lot of guidance, giving them confidence, not just telling them I need this from you, but showing them exactly how to do it. So I use my experience to nurture the agents in the beginning, just to tell them, listen, I know it's a tough job, but if you do take this method, implement it into your call flow, you're going to smash those numbers. So it was a lot of supportive coaching from myself, and this is something I learned from the managers I had. It was literally just sharing best practice from the people who had guided me and implementing that into my management team.
I love it. So what do you do today? Tell us about your role today as Client Services and Development Director. And how did
So
that come about? How did that amazing step change come about?
Incredible. Yeah, ComData have always supported me, developed me from the get go, from day one. One of the first things that struck me here, to be honest, was the diversity of people. It's a multilingual hub in London, quite a few foreign languages campaigns, which attracts people from all around the world. I felt like I was truly in an international hub. And the relationships I've built over time have been greatly rewarding. The culture we create is extremely welcoming and supportive. We attract the best talent and also develop individuals to bring out the best out of themselves. An example will be my personal journey. I came in with little or no contact center experience, but I was coached and developed into being a fantastic agent and further developed as well into being a highly productive and well rounded manager. We aim to create what we call campaign champions. We invest the time in our agents to truly buy into each campaign, and it's truly beautiful to observe. And in my case, also experience.
And so during that time, as a manager of people, did you also recruit people into the team?
Yeah, well, obviously, we do have a recruitment team here who
Yeah.
do a lot of pre-screening before it comes to managers. And yeah, our job as managers is okay. Look at people. How willing are you to do the job? You can give people all the skill in the world, but what you cannot give them is a will to do well. So that is one of the things that we as managers look for before we do hire people. And just touching on how this happened, obviously, I'm a client service and development director now, and my tasks are to provide strategic leadership, focus and direction to my teams, continually review procedures, systems, operational practice, just to make sure that we are up to date with the changing demands of both the consumer and the business. Continually support with the development of individuals to increase their overall capability, because what we want to do is maintain and improve first class excellence in customer service and complaint handling. I support with building long term loyalty and, from a client's perspective, reduce their customer attrition, just to make sure we are as profitable as possible. What we want to do is add value to the clients that we work with.
I can hear the strategic leader in you. That's really interesting, really interesting. What do you love most about what you're doing at the moment?
Oh, the people. I'm a people person. I love working with people. I love seeing people come in at one particular level and seeing that progression, seeing them get a lot more confidence, see them expand their skill set. It is something that, yeah, it's a delight to witness. I love people.
So along your journey, you're going to have been supported by and guided by a number of people along the way. Who has really been an inspiration for you on this journey so far?
Yeah, first things first, my family. I saw my parents build amazing careers, but also balance that with family commitment. They truly are my inspiration. But when it comes to my personal, no, sorry, my professional life, my previous account director is a guy called Nick Holm, amazing man. He had the patience to personally develop and upskill me. No question was too daft to ask. Open door policy, no judgment, which I really appreciated. So yeah, I've had yeah, obviously my family and then people within the business who have really, really guided and helped me achieve everything that I've been able to achieve. It's been, yeah, incredible. I can only thank everybody who has been a part of my journey.
And do you know what? I know that you're inspiring others. I can see it in the chat. I can see it when I talk to people. I know that you're inspiring others with your enthusiasm, and I mean, you're just on point. I want to ask you, what's the best advice that you've ever received? What is it that maybe someone has said to you that you've gone, I've got to remember that forever?
Ooh, within a few weeks of me being the manager, I had a review with my account director at the time, and there's this statement he made, which has always stuck with me. it's praise in public and berate in private. You want to highlight the good bits for everybody in front of everybody, of somebody in front of the entire team. But when there's something that has gone wrong, make sure you do that one to one, and do not put people down in front of others.
Yes. So, in your current role, or in your management, your time in management, team manager, or in your current role, has there been an occasion where something hasn't gone right, and that you've had to overcome it? And how do you overcome it? Because we all make mistakes. But what does it feel like for you, and how do you overcome it when you do make mistakes?
Uh, Obviously, in life, nothing is going to go smoothly or perfect, but you have to stick to your principles. You have to remember what has worked in the past and what you are good at. And be willing to overcome challenges, because in life, challenges will always come. And I think what stands people out from others is the fact that you are able to overcome those challenges with dedication, a lot of hard work, a lot of focus, and reach out to people who have a lot more experience than you for guidance and help. I'm somebody who's never shy to ask for help or to ask for advice. We like at Comdata, we have a hugely amazing team, and everybody here is somebody I can always talk to and ask. Has this happened to you in the past? How are you able to overcome it? What advice can you give? So please, for anybody in this industry, do not be shy or suffer alone. Reach out, and I've always believed in teamwork.
It's really interesting listening to you talk about just how close the team is at Comdata, and the support that you've got around you, and also your family, and how much support you have with your family. Do you look beyond those two groups, if you like, at what is going on elsewhere in the industry, and do you look at what other people are doing and get inspired from those?
Oh, of course, of course. It's a huge industry. There are a lot of people out there. There are seminars you can watch. Like you have a fantastic platform. You talk to a lot of people who have a lot of good experience. So platforms like yours are things that I will encourage people to listen to, because you do not know what you can learn from each video you watch. Everybody has something special. People are very, very unique, and there's nobody I believe you cannot learn from. You have to be a sponge, open book. Because little bits from here and there add up to make you a better character, a better person, and you're able to tackle and overcome challenges. So I will encourage people to be open in learning. Life is about continual development and learning.
I love it. It's such a strong message, such a strong message. Now, I want to ask you what your favourite work memory is. Now, I've got a funny feeling you might mention the awards, but beyond the awards, what's been your favourite work memory?
Favorite memory. I think being promoted, my first promotion from agent to manager was something I really, really worked hard for. And when I finally achieved it, I felt so, so good. And followed by that was my award win. That was incredible, honestly.
I love it. Now,
It's
you've shared
something that's going
loads
to
of.
last a lifetime. I would never
You know
forget
what?
that moment.
It's so lovely. We spoke, didn't we, at the when we did the gold winners drinks, and just the sheer delight that you'd won was still in the room, and that was 6-8 weeks later, and it was just so lovely. I've got a funny feeling every time you think about the awards, you're just going to have a big smile on your face.
Yeah, luckily, obviously, I came with a lot of my colleagues, and a lot of us captured the moment. They recorded it, and wow, just the videos alone, they still give me goosebumps. When my name was mentioned, Lee, wow, like I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it.
Like, do you know what? It's so lovely being able to give moments like that. That's a real privilege from where we are, being able to
Mm.
give moments like that. Now, you've given loads of advice over the last 25 minutes or so. And what's your one golden nugget, if you like, for anyone that's looking for a role in this industry? They might not be in this industry yet, but they might be thinking about coming into the industry, or thinking, oh, I don't know if working in a call center is what I want to do. What's your piece of advice that you would say to them?
I'll say if you're a people person, then this is definitely the industry for you. There's a lot of hard work involved, but it's greatly rewarding. Nothing beats the feeling of building good rapport with people, having great conversations, and most importantly, helping people solve issues. Yeah, so I think if they're into helping people, yeah, this is an industry for them.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's so many people out there that are good people that want to help people.
Mhm.
So I think there's a lot of opportunity for them. So what does the future look like for you, Babadele? What does the future look like? You are a director at Comdata. What's next? Now you don't have to give away any secrets. I've got a funny feeling you're very very loyal to Comdata. But what's next for you?
Obviously, I've dedicated the last 6 years of my professional career to helping Comdata excel in the industry, provide exceptional service to all the clients I've been assigned to work for. Comdata has indeed aided in my professional development and given me the opportunity to further develop key skills. I'm very excited about the future and the opportunity to continually contribute to take the business to greater heights, partner with clients and giving them the necessary support to see them achieve their goals. Yeah, I'm open to whatever the future brings. I'm just going to keep on working hard, doing what I do, and yeah, let's see what happens. I'm very optimistic about what is going to happen in the next months, years ahead.
You know what? You're certainly someone I'm going to be following. I can't wait to see where you might be in 10 years' time. It's just phenomenal, just phenomenal. So I always finish Career Talk with some quick fire questions, although they're never really very quick, but, but let's see how we go. So first of all, Babdel, dogs or cats?
Ooh, dogs. I love dogs. Yeah, dogs are very loyal. But nothing against cats. Cats are really intriguing, but I've always been a dog person. Always been a dog person.
Do you have a favorite kind of dog?
Yeah, I actually have a little Frenchie. I have a
Oh, have
Frenchie at
you?
home.
Sweet. Oh,
Yeah.
that's so sweet. What's his name?
Her name is Crystal.
Oh, I love that. Love
Mm.
that. Okay, next up. Would you rather fly or have super strength?
Ooh, as a kid, I wanted to be a pilot, so I've always been intrigued with flying. So yeah, I'll rather fly. I'll rather fly.
Interesting. Interesting. And what about this one? Cannonball into the pool or dip your toe in first?
Oh, definitely cannonball. I'm an all-in type of person. Let's go. I'm
Do you
cannonballing.
know, I just kind of thought that might be the answer to that one. And finally, what are you most looking forward to?
The future. I have big dreams, but in life, I've learned that tomorrow's outcome is determined by what you put in today. As I've always done, and like I said earlier, I'll keep pushing. I'll remain optimistic, and yeah, I'm somebody who's absolutely determined to make the best of whatever opportunities come my way. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the future.
You know, I love that. Tomorrow's outcome is based on what you put in today. Love that. Babadele, it has been an absolute pleasure talking to you today. Thank you so much for joining me here on Career Talk. And
Thank you
I
for
can't
having me.
wait. I can't wait to see what happens next for you. We'll see you soon.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye.